would start a new stream, how I would think about scheduling my stream, creating a plan, building a YouTube gaming channel, and what I would do to be able to take myself from doing this as a hobby to going full-time in 1 year, right? So this is gonna be the plan that we're gonna work through today. So I hope you are excited, buckle up, because I'm gonna go ahead and pull the curtain on everything. And I'm not gonna hold anything back. You guys are gonna be able to see me directly building a gaming YouTube channel, a channel that I'm gonna be able to create gaming content on, a channel that I'm gonna be streaming on, and it's gonna be a brand new channel, right? So I'm starting from zero. I'm not even gonna use my name on that channel. Eventually, people will find out. But I wanna walk you through how I would go about planning this, right? Because in order for you to go full-time, regardless if you just wanna do it part-time, right? And even if you wanted to generate some kind of revenue, you do need to have a plan, right? So the first step is not to start live streaming. The first step is not to buy this kind of gear. The first step is to get pen and paper and write down a plan that you can consistently execute week in, week out, and know where you're actually going. Because if you don't have a plan, how are you going to know where you're going to go? How are you going to be able to know if what you're doing is right and what you're doing is wrong, right? So again, I've been here before, worked with tons of streamers in the past, currently work with tons of creators, and I'm helping them be able to grow their channels, be able to become full-time creators and generate a revenue doing something that they love, right? So I wanted to make this to really address that, that it's not luck. Once you know the blueprint and you're willing to put in the work and you understand what value you bring as a streamer, what are the things that you believe in that you can share with the people out there, like there's just an audience out there waiting for you. So I hope that, you know, you can get inspired and excited from this video here today, and that by the end of this video, you leave knowing exactly where you want to go and what you need to do now to either go part-time or go full-time. So I'm super excited about this. I hope you are excited. But before then, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure there's going to be timestamps along this whole video, right? So you can jump around to the part that matters to you the most, right? You may be just getting started. There's going to be topics that you might want to address. You may already be streaming. There's going to be topics you want to address, right? You may already be making money with streaming. There's going to be topics you want to address. So just check the timestamps in this video, and anything that I mentioned in this video is also going to be in the description, right? So of course, we are doing this live. So I want to go ahead and say hello to all the beautiful people who have tuned in live here. We have Shauna in the house. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. Let's show some love. Shauna in the house. We got Raj in the house here. New week, new lessons. Excited for today's live stream. Let's go. Let's go. We got Beer in the house. Have a great stream last. I have to be somewhere in 15 minutes. I'll catch it if it's posted. No problem, man. Appreciate you coming by and saying hi. We got Tyrone in the house. He says, I am new to your live stream, but I have been watching a lot of your videos, man. Welcome. I'm super excited. These are super chill live streams. My goal here is to try to help you along this journey of streaming. I'm in the process of building a brand new channel, building a brand new stream, and I figured why not go ahead and live stream this process, how I would approach it, how I would think about it, with the hopes of maybe getting you unstuck. And along the way, I'll be answering you guys' questions for sure. So we got Daryl in the house. What is going on, man? Blessings to you, brother. Blessings. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope your channel's doing good as well. And I hope you keep going out there and spreading the message of the Lord, man. John's in the house. What is going on, John? How's it going? How's it going? All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this, right? So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get a pen and paper, right? And we're going to go ahead and utilize this Word doc right here. So when it comes to going full-time, right? So going full-time as a streamer. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. All right. So going full-time as a streamer. So the first thing you want to do is you want to establish a plan, right? So you have to decide how much time do you have available to be able to go ahead and pursue this, right? So I have tons of time, but what I'm going to approach this, because I'm thinking about everyone here, I'm going to approach this, how can I become a full-time streamer if I only have 10 hours a week to be able to execute on this, right? So that's what we're going to do, right? So total time each week is 10 hours, right? So I only have 10 hours every single week to be able to go ahead and grow this within this year, to be able to go full time and doing what it is that I love, right? So that's the first thing that we're gonna go ahead and set. So let me go ahead and say what here it says. Do you have tips for a YouTuber with 50 subs? This is a great question, right? And the biggest thing that I can tell you early on when you first are getting started on YouTube, you want to know kind of who it is you're creating content for. That's like step number one, right? Because if you don't know who you're creating content for, it's hard for you to know if you're making the right kind of videos, and it's also hard for YouTube to understand who to be able to show that video to. So the first thing that I would say is to get really clear on who you're creating content for. And then if you do know who you're creating content for, the next thing is to start focusing on quantity. In the beginning, you want to focus on quantity. You want to upload as frequent as you can. That way you can start working out the kinks, right? But don't just upload. Review what it is that you did. Take a look at that video. What did I do? What did I do here? What can I change? Is my thumbnail good? Is my title good? And just try to improve from every single video, right? Do 100 of those. At the 100th, you start to see some results, and that's when you start to grow little by little. But it's all about humans. So often, a lot of creators think about the algorithm, right? Like, oh man, like the algorithm doesn't like me, or like, hey, I got to do keywords, I got to do tags, or hey, I got to be able to post at this time. Like the minute you start shifting the word algorithm for any social media platform, and you start thinking about humans, that's how you start to go ahead and see results in your content, right? The moment that I stop thinking about like, oh, how do I get YouTube to show my videos to more people? It's like, no, the right question I needed to ask was like, who is the person that this video is going to matter to, right? And that's when everything started to change, because I started thinking about that person as opposed to the algorithm. So hopefully that helps you there. And of course, if you have any other questions, feel free to chime them in. So Channel 1 Music says here, first time catching a live stream as well. Love your content. You have definitely helped me build my channel. Under 100 something subs, need to reach 1K. I appreciate your guidance, man. I appreciate you tuning in. Super happy to have you here. Of course, this is an amazing opportunity to be able to ask me any kind of question when it comes to growing your audience, your community, your channel, anything that you may want to ask me. This is the perfect time to be able to kind of do that, right? So we've established that we have 10 hours, right? Now, I'm going to put this cap on myself as well, because if I could do this in 10 hours, then that means that a lot of people can do this in 10 hours, right? So I'm going to commit to 10 hours a week to be able to grow my channel. Now, keep this in mind. This is not 10 hours of me streaming, okay? There will be some streaming in there, right? But this is 10 hours for me to be able to work on building this journey, right? Building this gaming YouTube channel, building this live stream, building a community, so that way I can still go ahead and have time to be able to go to my job, to be able to spend time with family, to be able to game just to game, right? So 10 hours. Let me know in the chat right now, or in the comments, if you have 10 hours a week to be able to focus on growing your stream and your channel to go full time. Kind of curious. And if you haven't hit the like button yet on the channel, make sure you hit the like button so that way this gets out to more people, right? So what do we have here? We say, with an Elgato, do I need a USB 3.0? 100%. 100%. So you will need and using a dongle or a USB hub sometimes doesn't work the best way that it could. So if you're on your PC or on your Mac, you have a 3.0 hub, then that's going to be the best way to be able to get it. Now, again, and I just kind of keep forgetting here, right? So if it's your first time here in the live stream, put a Q in front of your question. That's going to make it a little bit easier as we start to get more people in here for me to be able to pinpoint your questions, right? So let's kind of go through this, right? Okay, so now that I have my 10 hours a week, I need to understand, right, what is my plan when it comes to content, right? So mind you, how many hours can I stream, right? So I want to go live, but I don't just want to go live just to go live while I'm playing the game. Remember, I want to go live to create content, right? And if people tune in, that's a plus, right? So mind you, we're going live because we're going to do two things. We're going to make ourselves available for anybody that we've started to attract with our content to come check us out, but we're also going to focus on creating content. So I'm going to say that I can live stream probably, I'm going to say one time per week, okay? I'm going to say one time per week for 3 hours, okay? So we now have 10 hours, and I'm gonna do one time per week for 3 hours, okay? So now I have seven hours left for everything else, okay? So let's talk about that for a second, right? So 3 hours, one time a week that I'm gonna live stream, where I'm gonna be present with my community with the goal of creating content. And a little bit later, I'll start diving in how you structure your live stream to be able to create content. Now, mind you, right? What we're doing here is talking about going full-time in 1 year, right? Some of you may get it a lot sooner, right? But I like to play a little bit more of a realistic game because life happens, right? But again, mind you, 10 hours a week, right? Super doable. I'm telling you, once you focus on the right things, right? So before we keep going, let me go ahead and address some of the questions here. So we got a question. Let's see here. All right, so gaming says I have like 15 to 20 hours a week. So think about it. You have literally almost 10 hours more than what I'm planning here in this stream right here. So just imagine what you're able to do, right? So again, we're gonna keep it conservative, 10 hours. If there's hours you have, weeks that you have more hours, then you're gonna go down that route, right? So let's see here. We have, let's hit the like button, let's do it. Martin said, hello man, watching you from Portugal, keeping the excellent work. Learning a lot from your videos, man. I really appreciate you tuning in. That means the world to me to see you here, spending time with me, and I'm just hope that in this video you're able to get a little bit of value and it helps you along your journey. That's literally my goal of doing this live, because I was going to do this either way behind the scenes, right? Remember, I'm planning a brand new channel, going to be streaming a brand new channel, and I want to get that channel specifically to give me a full